According to a Newsday report, the Royals are considering seeking retaliation for Noah Syndergaard's up-and-in pitch to Alcides Escobar in Game 3 of the World Series. Very interesting story. Harp, are you hearing the same thing there?
No, not really. I mean, everything I've heard is that the Royals haven't talked about this at all, and I even checked in with MLB people today. They say they've even had kind of an ear to the ground on this because they want to know what's going on. They don't want that first game to become a messy situation, and they thought if it was a concern, they might actually approach the Royals in some capacity. No plans to do that at this point. So not sure where the story came from, and there's a lot of rebuttal on the other side. Even heard from Ned Yost today saying, well, we'll leave it at that. He wasn't kind to the
Well, it would seem like this game, given that it's opening day, has juice anyway, and also there is retaliation built in. You're going to get your rings on the field before the game. Isn't that enough?
Right. They got the revenge on that by winning the World Series. Right. And what I've heard, I've talked to Royals people today. Look, reports don't come out of nowhere. I'm not doubting the report itself, but I will tell you that what I've heard is the Royals, number one, they had a lot of suspensions last year. There was a fight where Yordano Ventura, who needs to be the ace, was throwing at the White Sox, and there was a suspension there, and the Royals were like, we can't do that this year. No fights, no suspensions. We want to get out of the gate well. The second thing that I was told was that the Royals are actually planning a tribute video for the Mets to show on opening day, but a 30-second video to honor them for being NL champs. So if anything gets a brawl started that I've ever seen in sports, it's a warm and fuzzy tribute video. So the vibe I'm catching is kind of nice,
although,
actually.
I mean, you never know. And if Syndergaard had to hit, it might be a little different because then they could take a shot directly at him. The thing I'm kind of interested in, and the Mets had their hand forced here by DeGrom's baby coming, but still, teams try to usually avoid these type of situations where Syndergaard has to go face a team. If nothing else, that stadium is going to be very hostile. They're going to be riled up about all this. We're going to find out about Syndergaard's maturity and everything else if he can handle that night.
Both of you guys have covered baseball players for a long time. Is this something that we normally see, a team carrying over a grudge?
Oh, yeah. That happens.
Definitely.
Over that long of a period of time? Right?
Well, you're going to see, obviously, the Chase Utley, Ruben Tejada thing was still a conversation. I bet you, even with Tejada no longer on the Mets, if the Mets get a chance to do something with Utley, they still will, on principle. There's still a very traditional aspect to this for sure. I just think, John, that the Royals, by winning the World Series, want to stay on that hike.
But the big difference to me that jumps out at you is Syndergaard buzzed something.
He didn't get hit. Right. Yeah. If he got hit in the head or even hit in the shoulder, that'd be a different story. I think there would be some type of retaliation coming. In this case, yeah, they were upset at the time, but they won the World Series, as you said. I think that takes care of everything right now.
And also, we've seen the Royals with interesting behavior in the past, specifically the beginning of last season. It seemed like they had a lot of hotheads. They played their cards a lot in that way.
Well, as Andy said, they've tried to change that personality.
Right. Yeah. And so you'd be surprised if they came out swinging.
I really would. I mean, look, you never underestimate the retaliation factor. I've seen that over the years in baseball. Terry Collins is a guy who was taught by Tony La Russa and Jim Leyland that you eye for an eye and you get two of theirs for every one of yours. But in this case, it's such a high-profile situation that I just can't imagine that they want to go there right away to start the season.
Yeah, excitement, maybe. Retaliation, I don't think so.